I won Camp NaNoWriMo. Let's talk about it. Hello and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Matilda and I make videos about books, reading, writing and other things that tickle my fancy. Today I want to talk about Camp NaNoWriMo, specifically Camp NaNoWriMo that ended just now back in April. Now I don't even know how many times I've participated in Camp NaNoWriMo. This is likely my 8th time or something like that. I've done actual NaNoWriMo 10 times now, I think. 10, 11, 9, somewhere in that zone. But I've done camp a couple of times fewer than that. I haven't done camp every year, and especially not twice every year. For those of you who don't know, the difference between Camp NaNoWriMo and NaNoWriMo is that in camp you get to set your own word count goal, or you get to set your own goal. It can be pages, it can be words, it can be hours or minutes, I believe. I set my goal to be 50,000 words. Initially I said to be 30,000, but I always had the aim to reach 50,000. And I think once I'd hit about 10,000, I decided to actually officially raise it to 50,000. Now I did that and then everything went to shit. Now I've already made 2 camp videos for this year. I made one about my plans, a bit about my project where I announced it, and I made sort of a vlog for the first 16 days, which is how long it took me to win. However, I did not write 50,000 words in 16 days. What ended up happening was, after I'd raised my goal to be 50,000, everything was just an uphill climb, and camp coincided with the Owl's Magical Readathon, as well as foot recovery and several doctor's visits regarding that. So I ended up actually lowering my goal back down again to 25,000. So I actually lowered my goal to a lower goal than it was from the beginning, but that's okay. Camp is not something I'm as strict about as I am with actual NaNoWriMo. I've talked about this before, and I want the win, I still want the win, but I don't make it too easy on myself. I wouldn't set a goal of like 2,000 words because I can get 2,000 words in a day, or in a couple of days if I can't manage in a day. But I still try to set somewhat of a higher goal, but I'm not afraid to lower it. It doesn't make me happy to lower it, but I'm not afraid to do it. Now, I think there are several reasons why I didn't actually get 50,000 this month, or last month. Most of them are my own fault. I'm a pantser, I've talked about this before, but I really went into this project not knowing as much as I probably should have. Even though Marcus and I, and Marcus, me and Teresa, had spent some time brainstorming this project and making not an outline, but at least some bullet points of what was going to happen, I didn't really have enough to go off of, and I was writing in a new genre. And I made it difficult for myself because I wrote a sci-fi that took place on a spaceship, and I wanted it to be sort of slice of life, not super heavy on the space stuff, on the science stuff. But I ended up sort of working my way into a corner where I still had to figure out space stuff. And there are only so many times you can refer to something as the thingy thing before you get bored of yourself. So I ended up having quite a few struggles with it, as well as I had 2 different angles for the plot to go, and I didn't really like either one, or I didn't like how they turned out. Now, if you've seen my vlog, you know I restarted this project 3 times during camp. In the first week, I think, I restarted the project 3 times. That also sort of put a damper on things. And I know you can't always get it right in the first try, and obviously it's not perfect even if you get it right in the first time, but it just wasn't working, and I didn't know where I was starting. I didn't know my characters. One of my main characters went from being sort of an assassin to just being a pawn in a game, sort of, and it just didn't work out. It wasn't fun. I still sort of like the idea of the story, and I really like the title. I am really happy with Stolen Skies and Reckless Behavior, but for right now, that is not a project I'm going to work on. I'm going to hang on to it, I'm going to see if I can work on it later, but it's not for me right now. Now, it sort of feels anticlimactic, this whole thing, because it feels like I didn't win. I know I won, I hit 25,000, which became my goal, but when I think back on Camp NaNoWriMo, I don't think that I won, even though it's now been about a month since I actually won, because I won on the 16th. And I'm not quite sure when this video is going up, but it's been a couple of weeks at least, and I think back on it and I'm like, yeah, well, I didn't win. I failed Camp NaNoWriMo, which is not true, and it's messing with my head. So I don't really know how to combat that. I have won, I have the winner goodies, I have the winner badge, but I just can't seem to get it into my mind that I actually won. Part of that probably is because I did lower my goal significantly, and I'm not happy with that. And the fact that I wanted a finished product, or a finished first draft at the end of camp, and surprise, I don't have that. I guess it just feels a bit anticlimactic, but on the upside, I now have a new project I'm working on that is going a lot better than camp ever did this month. So I've got that. I'm going to talk about that upcoming. I'm bringing back my A Week in Writing series that I did about a year ago, but I don't really know what to make of camp this year. I won, but it doesn't feel like I did. I had to lower my goal. I had to restart the story 3 times, which in and of itself isn't that different for me. I've done that before, but it just feels sort of meh. It doesn't really feel good. I'm obviously going to keep the draft I have and keep the idea for it and the title and see if I get back to it eventually. But right now, writing in April just feels bleh for this year. And that sucks. But the only way forward is forward. Anyway, camp is over for this session. I am not sure yet if I'm going to participate in July or not. I guess we'll just have to wait and see how I feel and what I'm in the mood to do then. I am for sure participating in November though, so stay tuned for that. Be excited for that. I'm excited for that. But we shall see what the summer holds. Now, I'd like to know down below if you participated and how it went for you. Again, for me, it just feels like a big old meh. Hopefully it went better for you and you had a better experience than I did. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below and I will be back with another video soon. So I will see you then. Have a good one. Bye.